It's the Sean Widmer Podcast. It's a journal by someone that just really doesn't like to write.
Hey, thanks for checking out the Sean Widmer Podcast. Oh my gosh, I'm in a good mood because I just witnessed something extremely magical we'll talk about here in a little bit. I've got the reality of Jovie hitting. We're going to get some stories on that here momentarily. And I just want to say thanks for being here tonight or today or whenever you're listening to this. And I hope you can get some entertainment out of it today. And I hope you enjoy the podcast. One thing I just wanted to bring up right off the bat. I learned something this week that I didn't know. I just didn't know this was a thing. And I kind of learned about it just messing around with my phone. So I'm going to give you a what I'm digging right now on my phone, what I recommend to you. There are a couple websites I go to all the time on Google Chrome on my phone, all the time. I did not realize, and if you realize it, just whatever, know that a lot of us didn't know. You can go to that webpage on Google Chrome anyways, on an iPhone. Wordle is open. You can go to the top of the screen, the little in the bar where the address goes, and there's the box with the arrow pointing up. And there, if you scroll down, there's an add to home screen, and you can just add that web page to your homepage. I didn't know this, so like I use the New York Times app for Wordle, but for those of you who don't, like you can just add that button right there, that little icon. Right here, where is it? Up there. You click it and it opens the web browser to where it's just what I'm into. If you're watching on YouTube, you got to see it in action. But it's kind of cool. I'm digging that. I didn't know that was a thing. All right, where was that coming from? I just wanted to share it because I thought it was cool. And if you don't know it like I didn't know it, it could be a useful tool for you. Okay, can we talk about Jovie? Dog, we lost the dog. Dog got put down on Wednesday. Very sad day. I didn't know how sad it would be. I recorded the podcast that was out on Wednesday on Tuesday, and I could kind of feel myself being scatterbrained and feeling a little bit of the emotions that were coming with this. I just didn't realize how sad I was going to be. Wednesday, I was very sad. Putting the dog down, losing part of the family, something that has been here every day, was really difficult. And obviously difficult on me, extremely difficult on my wife, who had that dog since forever. And it was her tight family member, this dog was. So very hard day on Wednesday in the house. But one of the things that was crazy is I had cried on Wednesday, and I'd find myself getting emotional. I was driving here and there, and my wife wanted some time alone with the dog. As the day went on, she was like, I could just tell she was trying to figure out how to process the day. And wanted to bring me in on it because it's my dog as well. But really, Jovie was her dog. And finally, she was just like, I need to go to the park. She just wanted to be alone with the dog. And then when it came to going into the vet, she was like, you can come with me. But I could tell this was an afternoon that she needed by herself with her dog. And so I was in the parking lot. And I knew after the dog was, that they were done putting the dog down, Anna was going off to her parents' house to just get some rest and just be sad without having three kids who can't quite conceptualize what's happening. I can go hang with the kids and I can take care of that part of things, and she could go do her thing. So I went, and on my way home, the kids are with childcare, and I was like, I had about an hour before the childcare left, and I thought what that dog loved more than anything was going to patios with Anna and me and just scrounging around for treats. She knew a patio was great because she knew there would be crumbs. So she loved a patio. We would take her out on summers. We'd get some patio happy hour, and she'd rummage around for scraps of French fries. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go by it was a Whole Foods, but they have a patio with a little patio bar. And I'm going to go sit and have one for my dog. And so I went and I got a drink, and I sat on the patio, and my eyes were puffy. I'd been crying. I was sad. And in a sort of storybook fashion, out of nowhere, from 85 degrees and purely sunny, out of nowhere, it started pouring rain. Like even the skies were crying in sadness with me. It was crazy. Out of nowhere. I'm not kidding you. And I'm driving to the vet, clear. Driving to Whole Foods, clear. You don't see clouds. And then I sat down under this patio roof and torrential rain. Torrential. So that was kind of crazy. Now, the other side of the story, for the last 3-4 months, Jovie was not able to control her bowels. So she was peeing and pooping all over. And the amount of poop I cleaned up the last 4 months was insane. Insane. Sometimes twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day, on the carpet, on the couch, on the hardwood. Just, she couldn't control it. She didn't know when it was happening, and she would just diarrhea somewhere. And so, today, it was a very weird day without Jovie in the house. But I was like, okay, well, one thing is I'm not going to have to clean up poop today. As I'm trying to clear my mind, I'm like, well, I'm not going to clean up poop. So I'm hanging out with the kids. My wife's out of town. She's on a work trip this weekend. So it's me, it's the kids. And Olivia goes, Dad, it smells so bad over here. The carpet smells like poop. And I was like, did she leave us a treat on the way out? And it's just like a remnants. I didn't clean it well enough. No. I can't make it 24 hours in this house without someone pooping on our carpet. As my baby son Woods had one of the biggest blowouts he's ever had in his life, leaked out everywhere, all over the carpet. So even in this moment of, I'm not going to have to do this anymore, Jovie from heaven was like, well, hang on, buddy. I got one more trick up my sleeve. Woods, show him the good stuff. And Woods just pooped all over the carpet. So thank you, Woods. All right, let's get into Kelly's What Are You Into? I missed the dog.
Kelly's What Are You Into?
All right, hang on. I mean, what? I tell you guys sometimes when I hit record, my wife knows. She's not even here. She's not in the house. She's on the road. These are all, if you're watching on YouTube, they didn't all show up. Here we go. Can I show them? Since I hit record. I mean, this is how the podcast goes. If you're watching it, you got to see them right there. A lot of text just in the moments of me hitting record. Went to something tonight in Lexington, Kentucky that I am so excited about moving forward. Unfortunately, I missed it this year. I talked about it on the podcast a couple months ago. I went tonight, Dirt Bowl in Lexington, Kentucky. 3 or 4 courts. I think it's 4. I want to say it's 4 courts. Mike seemed to think it was 3. Let's see here. I'm going to look them up real quick. Let's look them up. Where are these things? Oh, golly. Golly. Yeah, I think these are them. All right, these are them. Let's see how many, if I can do the aerial view of this. Give me the Google Maps. Mike was right. 3 courts in my face. 3 basketball courts, side by side, stands all around them. During the summer, they do a 5-on-5 outdoor league on these courts. Tonight was the semifinals. Sunday is the finals. We went tonight with a couple of guys we play basketball with. Mike and I did, TJ and Josh, and we watched the second semifinal game. That's my favorite thing in Lexington. There's not going to be anything I like more than this. It's basketball. The guys themselves of this game tonight were not amazing. You can tell all of them played, for sure, all of them for sure played high school, and then I would say the majority of them played college and beyond, but for sure college at some level. They are big dudes. They are strong dudes. They all know how to play basketball. They just weren't making shots tonight, so it was like, I can tell you guys are good, but why aren't more shots going in? But we went, place was packed. People standing around the edges. The bleachers are full around the court. They've got these towers, 30-foot towers, where there's scorekeepers up top keeping score. Big scoreboard on the baseline of one of these courts, outdoor courts, with the clock, the score. They've got shot clocks in the corners that are running. Both teams in jerseys. On the back of the jerseys, it's not their names, it's their nicknames, like an N1 mixtape. Cuzzo, my guy Cuzzo. I was a big coffee guy. Himothy was the MVP tonight. Himothy for the Bulls was easily the MVP tonight. He probably had 20 plus points and was the only one hitting threes tonight. He was great. These guys were athletic specimens, just big dudes hooping it up. But most importantly, I'd never witnessed it except for on N1 mixtape videos. They had the guys with the microphones and the big speakers. They had the MC. I'd never been to a game, an outdoor pickup game where they had the MC. This guy was great. And as I sat there and watched these two guys call the game, and all they did the whole time, they keep you up to the score with who had the ball. They do like a little bit of play-by-play. Oh, Himothy kicks it over to Cuzzo, who passes it inside. Oh, miss layup. They do trash talk commentary. So all they did the whole night was talk trash about anything that happened on the court. So if a guy made a shot, whoever was playing defense was about to get roasted. If a guy missed a shot, he was going to get roasted. Guys who looked like they were tired, they were calling them out. Guys' outfits. It didn't matter what it was. This guy, for the entire hour and a half the game lasted, he talked trash the whole time. It was phenomenal. Okay, and he mixed in play-by-play. And I sat there on the sideline and I was like, okay, something I'm proud of in my life. I've called high-level college basketball games on the radio. I called a couple Gonzaga Bulldog basketball games on the radio. Not a lot, but a couple of those. One when they were in the top 25. So I've called a top 25 NCAA basketball game. And then I've called a bunch of Eastern Washington basketball games, a bunch of them. So I've done play-by-play for high-level college basketball. And I'm very proud of that. And it is something that was really cool. And I sat there on that court and thought, none of the games I called are as awesome as what that guy's job is. Play-by-play, trash talk at a court on 726 Georgetown Street in Lexington, Kentucky on a Thursday night at 7:30 being broadcast to 500 people standing at this court. He's got the best gig in play-by-play. There's no one who's doing it better. It was phenomenal. He was great. And I'm hooked. I'm addicted. The championship game is on Sunday. Sunday night, 7:30. I can't get there quick enough. I'm ready. I'll be there. You will catch me at the Dirt Bowl Championship Sunday night. There's no reason to miss it. It's free. It's a great little neighborhood thing. So I'll be there. I'm addicted to the Dirt Bowl. Why more cities need it. Hoop Fest has, if you've been to Hoop Fest, Center Court, they have play-by-play, but it's like Dennis Patchen does professional play-by-play. And it's like, and Mark Axton passes over to Parker Kelly. Kelly now to Mike Hart. Mike Hart with a layup. It's up and it's good. And everyone cheers. Instead of it being like, how did Robert Lippman miss that bunny? Like, you're getting old, Rob, or whatever it might be. Like this guy looks gassed. Eric Beal looks gassed. Remember when he used to have something in the tank? And then these guys were great. Anytime someone was out of gas, they would point out where the nearest gas stations were. And it made me chuckle every time. So, Dirt Bowl. What is wrong? You've got me. Your hooks are in me. I'm a Dirt Bowl guy for life. All right. Thank you for tuning in to your favorite 15-minute podcast. I very much appreciate it. I hope your Friday, if you're listening to this when it goes out, goes well. And again, thanks for tuning in. I need to do comments. Monday, we're going to catch up on comments. There weren't a lot of them this week. So Monday's going to be comment day. If you need to get something off your chest, go to seanslife.com, put a comment there. If you're watching on Spotify, you can comment there or on YouTube as well. Thanks for listening.